Yes, hello everyone. So the Afcon season is here yet again, and it's always an interesting time. Yes, in the last Afcon we saw Senegal win the trophy. Remember the Mane heroics on the final, beating Egypt in the shootout. Yes, and this time round, I think this Afcon in Ivory Coast is going to be one of the most interesting we've seen because it's now a little bit, more modern. If you see the squads, all the teams are called up. Yeah, I think this will be competitive. Though I think there are like 6, 7 teams that are in their own maybe category. Yes, I think they have a high chance of winning this. And we start with a side like like Morocco. Morocco were Morocco were the African heroes in the last World Cup. Yes, reaching the semi-final, beating teams like Spain, beating Portugal. So when they come back to the continent, everyone would expect them to maybe win this. And even if you look at how their coach Walid Regragui organizes his team, there's some rare unity you see in the Morocco side. Players like Sofiane Amrabat, high quality. Hakim Ziyech, Yusuf El Nesli. They have Al Hilal keeper Yassine Bonu. He was almost the best keeper 2022. So, if you just look at their squad, there is a way it is very different. Even the influx, their sports infrastructure is very different from that of the rest of Africa. So that will give them, yes, a higher chance. Though when they were in Europe, I mean in the World Cup, Qatar, well, they were maybe considered the underdogs against Spain, against Portugal. So they used to kind of play this defensive game, whereby they defend, then get that counter. The squad one against Portugal, then they sat back, defended, and they did it like that. They united to defend and counter attack. But now here in Africa, other teams will be seeing them as the giants. So something which will change their style of play. That means that the other teams will sit back, wait for them on the counter. So it will remain to be seen. But Morocco remain a big side. Players like Ashraf Hakim, top level, very different from the rest. Yes, so another side I expect to really compete is a side like Ghana. Though I wouldn't have them as my favorites, but yes, I expect them to compete because they also have top quality players. As much as one of their best players, Thomas Partey, is not going for this competition due to injury, but they have the Ayub brothers. They are Jordan and Andre. They are already good enough. Then they have obviously an unknown for Muhammad Kudus. Yes, that I think if their coach is calm, yes, he can build something. They have experienced defender Daniel Amate. So I think Ghana will also be good to compete. Then another side that obviously you can't rule out are the defending champions, Senegal. Yes, Senegal have an exciting group also. Their coach Aliou Cisse. They also have that kind of unity that Morocco has. There's that unity that you just see in the team. There are players like Sadio Mane. Yes, as much as he's no longer playing in Europe, but he remains a top player. He's doing great for Al Nassr. Then there are players like Papa Metasa. I hope he beats his injury, and because we saw him punish Man United. What he's doing at Spurs at a young age is really, convincing. Then they have players like Khalid Koulibaly, is an experienced defender, once considered almost considered the best defender in the world. Then they have players like the Nottingham Forest duo of Musa Niakate and Chekoyate. So I think they are also a side with a deep squad. They have Chelsea forward as much as off form, but he remains a top player being at Chelsea alone. Yes, Nicholas Jackson. So yes, I think Senegal will also be a side to watch. Yes, and we can't forget Nigeria. Yes, Nigeria. Yes, I expected them to really compete a lot, looking at the squad they had before some players pulled out due to injury. Yes, Victor Boniface in particular. I really wanted to see him partner with Victor Osimhen. But that means now Victor Osimhen has a lot of work to do. But Osimhen is a top striker. We just want to see if he can bring that European form into Africa. Yes, then also players like Ademola Lookman, he is establishing himself at Atalanta. Then can't forget players obviously like Iwobi. His passing is really good. Yes, he's doing just well at Fulham. Then yes, you can. Then even Chukwueze, the other day we saw him score a wonder goal in the Champions League for AC Milan. Yes, so Nigeria also be a side to watch. Then, yes, you can't rule out Egypt, obviously. As much as the whole team is almost on one man's shoulders, but yeah, they are still good to go. Yes, Mohamed Salah is always there to save Egypt. Yes, they also have players like El Neni, but I think it's mostly Salah. So it will depend on what Salah does, and he's arguably one of the very best players in the world right now. So you can't rule out Egypt when they have one of the best players in the world here. Then I think Ivory Coast, the hosts. I think being the hosts alone, that one is already an advantage for them. And also looking at their squad, players like Sebastian Hara, once one of the deadliest poachers in Europe. Then you can't forget players like Serge Aurier. Then obviously Willy Bolly. Then we have Al Hilal's Frank Kessie. The confidence about the way he controls his game. We can't forget obviously Hull City midfielder Jean-Michel Seri. If you watched him at Nice, then you know what he can really do on his good day. Then yes, we also have another Nice player, Jeremy Boga. Yes, Jeremy Boga has really been convincing that starting those first games of the season when Nice was still on the table, he was one of the main factors. Yes, then I think yes, even Mali are a fair team. Obviously, we've seen one of their best players step up his form. Yes, Yves Bissouma has really been playing well in the Premier League. Then I think I've mentioned all the sides. Yes, Egypt, Nigeria, Ghana, yes, Morocco, even Algeria. Yes, Algeria, as much as they are not on, they don't sound like Morocco, but they still have Mahrez, and he can also harm you on another day. Even Ben Rahama is there. So, yes, I think Afcon will really be interesting. But if you ask me to choose one winner from all those ones, well, it will really be hard. But, okay, I would just go